Every man wants a better life, more success, deeper relationships, unshakable confidence, wealth, happiness, physical health. But here's the truth. You will never master your life until you fully master your thoughts, your habits, and your emotions, and ultimately you master yourself. All of those things, they run the show. If you can't control your mind, you can't control anything else around you. This is your ultimate guide to self-mastery and growth. This is the ultimate path to personal freedom. Hey guys, it's Brendan. Welcome to the video. Your mind and mastering yourself. Such a key point, such a key topic that so many people don't actually take the time to master themselves. You should spend more time working on yourself and work harder on yourself than anything else that you do, because it's always in life. Be the person you want to be and you'll have all the things that you ever want. So simple, so simple. Chase the man, chase the person you want to be. And it comes from self-mastery, it comes from growth, it comes from mastering yourself. And so the first thing we need to do is control your mind, or you will be controlled by it. Simple. Literally, you control your mind, you control what you think, or it will control you. Self-mastery begins with mastering your thoughts. Learn to observe what's going on inside of your mind, all of the thoughts, all of the feelings, all of the negative things, the depreciations, the fears, the doubts, the worries, the stresses. All of those things, without reacting. Let's not judge them. Let's not say they're right or wrong. I like to say they're useful or unuseful. I had a coaching call with a client yesterday, and he was saying like, this was wrong, this was wrong, this is right. He's doing all the wrong things, doing all the right things. And there was this big conversation around right and wrong. I said, let's just not say things are right and wrong. Let's say they're unuseful and useful. You know, someone says, I'm doing all the wrong things, or I can never do anything right. How much different does that sound to, I'm doing all the things that are unuseful to me right now? So much different. What could I do now that's more useful for me? Something so simple, a little shift in that, a little reframe around that. Then we can actually control our mind, we can control what we're thinking, we can control all of the things that we need to control to create the life that we want. Change and challenge the negativity that's going on inside of your mind. Replace the autopilot habits. We have so many habits and patterns that are just running on autopilot because it's so efficient. It's the path of least resistance. That's what it's designed for. Hey, it's Brendan. Quick interruption to your regularly scheduled video. I want to let you know of an opportunity that you have to go even deeper into this work together. Now, if you have not yet, please check out the description down below. And in there, we've got links to both Launch, our 3-day event, and also Ascend, our high performance mastermind. Now, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and it's the most ruthlessly effective event to change your brain, for you to become more aware of the subconscious programs and beliefs that have been holding you back, and to teach you the tools, the techniques, and the processes to dramatically transform those programs and those beliefs and literally rewire your brain. Again, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and we run them 5 times a year. We also have Ascend, which is our 12-month high-performing mastermind for men who are committed to their growth and who want to totally recreate themselves. I literally want to send you a new birth certificate in 12 months' time because you've grown that much. So if you're a man and you want to go fast, you want to go big, and you understand that you don't want to put off living life at your potential, and you don't want to hold on to any unnecessary stress, anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, or suffering, and you want to be liberated from those habits of thinking and live life to the fullest. So check out the links in the description, take a look at the program information and the amazing success stories from the men just like you who have gone through some of their programs, and I'll see you on the other side. And now, let's get back to the video. But our brains, through neuroscience, we know, and through the study of neuroplasticity, that we can change our brains. We can literally rewire our brains and they can change. You're not stuck the way you are. Meditation, breath work, journaling are your weapons. There's even this little process that I do every single day that I honestly believe is a superpower, and I only share it with my high-end clients. And I'll give you a very quick little brief rundown, but it's a little bit of journaling, a little bit of rewiring our thoughts and our programs, a little bit of gratitude, a little bit of visualization enhanced with it's a little recording that you listen to and you just follow along. A little bit of meditation, a little bit of breath. It's powerful, it doesn't take long, but it's the most powerful and liberating thing that you can do. Meditation, breath work, journaling, they're your weapons. Get thoughts out of your mind. Your mind can't mess with it when it's out of your mind. Your mind can tell stories in here, but when it's on paper, your mind can't mess with it. I used to spend so much time doing, and I've even written a whole book on it, the Advanced Flips, 16 personal freedom tools. Again, it's only for clients. It's not for sale in the public like some of my other books. But this one book, because I go into some pretty real and raw stories of how I've gone through it. But I literally started writing down exactly what was going on. There's this one that I call the mega flip, or the giant flip, sorry. And it's like when something's big going on in my life, or if there's something that I'm not really sure, or I'm getting caught up in the story, because if you change your story, you change your life. And I'll write down, and I'll literally like abuse someone. I haven't really done it for a while, actually. I haven't needed to. But when I first started, it would be like, I'd say I'd just get everything off my chest that I wanted to. I would express it, because I would rather abuse the piece of paper or the keyboard than let it bottle up and then it come out to someone else that's innocent. How many people do that? How many of us, we bring shit home from work or from different areas of life, and unfortunately the ones who are closest to us, our kids, our family members, our loved ones, our partners, they cop it for being there. That's all. They were just there, but they cop it. That's so unfair. Man, that's so unfair. We need to not let that happen. Control your mind. Control what you're thinking. The best part, get things out of your mind. Write them down. Then start questioning, is that true? No, it's not true. It may seem true, but 100% without any certainty of a doubt, is it true? No. It will be false then. So it's not true. What's possible for you now when it's false? Then you start opening up. You start seeing the light. You flip it to the other side and you start seeing. Powerful. Confucius said, "He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. It's only ever you versus you. The man you see in the mirror every day. That's your only competition. Don't worry about anyone else. There is no other competition apart from you." In my business, a lot of people, say, what's this person up to? Or what are they doing? Or, do you know what your competitors are doing? And I'm like, I don't have any competitors. The only competitor is me. And it's not in an egotistical way, and it's not saying that I'm better than anyone else. All I'm saying is I don't care, because they're not me. I'm not trying to be like them. And I'm sure they're not trying to be like me. So I don't need to worry about them. All I need to do is just stay on my own path and just be better every single day. That's all I need to do. And when I do that, things change in my life. So control your mind, get things out of your mind if you need to. And when you conquer yourself, everything else in your life will change. And so the second part that you need in part of this guide, this ultimate guide to growth, the first one was controlling your mind. Because if you don't, you'll be controlled by your mind. The second one is master your emotions to maintain power. Now when we talk about power, talk about energy and belief. It's not power over anyone else like some people think, it's energy and belief. So you have more energy, more power, emotion, energy in motion. A man who is ruled by emotion will always be ruled by others. Let that sit in. If you can't control your emotions, you will always be controlled and ruled by others, because you'll be like, this person made me feel like that. No, stop that. You allowed yourself to let that person make you feel like that. Don't put how you feel in someone else's hands. Someone could say anything to me and I get to choose how I want to respond and how I want to feel to that. That other person doesn't dictate that. That's the level of power that you want to have over yourself, over your emotions, and over the things that you see and you allow into your reality. Learn to pause before reacting or responding. Just go and then respond. Take a second and respond. You don't have to just go like this straight back again. Emotional regulation equals leadership. It's in business, in relationships. That's how you lead yourself, being able to control how you feel. Power comes from calm, not from chaos. You know, one of the generals back in the day that led the armies, imagine if they got up on stage or whatever it was, the podium, and they were going to do a speech to tell everyone that we're going to take over the world, or whatever they used to say. But imagine if they got up and they were in this rushed chaos state. Everyone would be like, should we be doing this? I don't know if we should. They wouldn't have it. But if that person gets up in a calm, poised, powerful state, that they have the power to influence. They have the power to not only change their life, but change everyone else's. So it comes through mastering your emotions. Mastering your emotions, being mentally, emotionally free. It's the biggest thing that you'll be able to achieve in your life. It's the greatest achievement. Being able to master your mind, master your emotions, everything will flow on. Now, Epictetus said, no man is free who is not a master of himself. Master yourself and you will be free. No one else can hurt you. No one else can challenge you. No one else can control you. It's a powerful place to be. So after you have your mind in check, you have your emotions in check, the third part, I like keeping things in threes because your mind goes 1, 2, 3, many. This is why people get overwhelmed. We need to just keep it in nice threes. So there's 3 steps to this ultimate growth plan. And if you implement these 3 and just focus on these 3 simple things, man, 12 months time, you'll be a completely different person. We'll have to send you a new birth certificate because you'll be someone else. So it's number 3, build habits that reflect the man that you want to become. I always connect with that future version of me, the 5-year future self, the truth of who I am. And I ask myself, would he be doing this right now? What habits, behaviors, actions, inactions am I doing right now that's not connected with my future self? Your results don't lie. They reflect your systems. They reflect your habits. Your habits and your patterns are systems, essentially, right? For those engineers out there, look in the mirror and look at your morning routine. The morning routine, and by looking yourself in the mirror, both of those things in the morning, those are the things that's going to change your life if you can nail that in. If you can be proud of the man that you see in the mirror. Because you're focusing on who you're becoming, not who you have been. One of the worst things a female can do to a man in a relationship is bring up shit from the past. Unfortunately, there's so many of them do it because they keep bringing them back there to remind them of who they were. But if you do have a partner with that, it's not about trying to tell her otherwise because she probably won't listen. But you just have to acknowledge that that's just what she's doing, and it's not probably in any idea. She probably doesn't have any idea she's doing it consciously. But you just need to go, okay, that's who I was. Thanks for reminding me of who I was, because I'm not that person. And you don't need to say that to her, but that's what you have inside of your mind. And you can instantly connect. So every time that person pulls you back to the past, you go, thank you for that. I'm just connecting with who I'm going to be in the future. What does he do? How does he act? There's a guy in one of our programs and his partner, I think they're going through a bit of a separation. I'm not exactly sure where it's at. But she's so attached to who he was, and she sees him as who she was. She hasn't seen the growth. She's not willing to see it. She doesn't want to acknowledge it. Who knows? She's got a lot of her own stuff going on. I know that's the case. But it took a little bit of time for us to show him how much he's changed. And now he sees the future version himself, and he's driven more than ever before because of that. And when you connect with that future version of you and become the person every single day, you train daily, you read daily, you reflect, you journal, you meditate, you breath work, you do all those things every single day. Who is that version of you in the future? What does he do? What are the habits, routines, actions, behaviors, inactions that he does that you're doing right now? Stop doing them and connect with that future self. The sooner you do that, the sooner you can bring that future version of you into this life, you'll have everything that future version of you wants. Habits are the proof of identity. And so you can literally design them with intention. You don't have to just do them on autopilot because that's what your father did, or that's what you learned from someone else. Charles Noble said, first we make our habits and then our habits make us. So if you change your mind, by the way, if you change your mind, your habits are probably going to change. If you master your emotions, your habits are probably going to change. So I'd put it in this order. So you go step number 1, control your mind. Step number 2, master your emotions. And step number 3, if there's any other habits that haven't shifted, change those habits. When you master your mind, when you master your emotions, and when you master your habits and your beliefs, life will bend to your will. You will literally be able to bend reality to how you want it to be. Master yourself, and the rest will just all fall into place. That's the power that you have. That's the power that you have to change your life, to change everyone else's life around you. So make sure that you start doing that today. You made it to the end of the video. You are the true top 1%. Now, don't forget to like and comment below what you got, your biggest takeaway was. I love hearing that. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like, the biggest insight, realization. I read them all and I like seeing what you got from this. Now, if you'd also like to grab my copy of my free ebook, 4 Rules Any Man Can Follow to Radically Transform His Life, click on the link down below in the description in this video. And if you love this video, you can check out some of the other videos on here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.